I remember this one specific situation at the hospital where I think I was coping. I wasn't processing it very well. And the next thing I knew, I was going to visit Alan, and we're at Surrey Memorial Hospital, so right across the street there's a Dairy Queen. And I show up with like a double cheeseburger and a poutine and like a blizzard.
I got the shot right here.
Oh yeah, he's actually got a picture of it.
There's his coping.
Oh my God, you are so, can we please include that picture?
Obviously wasn't for him because he wasn't able to eat any of that stuff on the renal diet he was being given. So here I am right beside him, scarfing down all this junk food. And I don't think it really hit me that I was doing that right in front of him, because I was kind of on autopilot, just trying to like literally cram joy down my gullet to make things better. We joke about it now, but I think that's kind of the first reaction I had was just, how do I cope with this? After that, I think I started thinking about, okay, well, what can I do to help other than be around and hang out with him and just take his mind off of things? And I started to think about, like, I've heard a lot about transplants, obviously. What can I do could I be a donor?
Was it at this point that you started to search for a living donor, or?
I see myself as an independent person, and I find it difficult sometimes to ask for help. And so there were discussions, especially by my care team, about whether or not I should reach out to the community, to family members, to friends, to see whether or not there was anyone that would be willing to participate in a donation. I chose not to proceed that way. I wasn't shy about sharing the diagnosis and my need for one. However, I don't really think I solicited anybody to donate.
I think the first thing we all thought of when we thought about kind of the next steps for transplants, whether it's going to be within our family or outside of it, was, I'm the youngest in our family. We have two parents, and I thought this is a responsibility for me, and I want to step up to this challenge and do what I can to help my brother out. It did take some time, and that's something I did tell Alan multiple times. I felt guilty that it took me so long to start doing the process, but I did get in touch with my family physician. I talked to the various BC transplant sources and just started reading. And Kidney Foundation looked at some of the sources there, and just what do I need to do? And I started to look into that and talk to my family doctor to start on it.
So through the testing process, what did you end up finding out?
Through the testing process, we did a whole bunch of blood work, some urinalysis. We were really excited to find out the same blood type as Ellen, and we're both O negative, and it's a tough match, especially with two brothers. So we were really happy, and we were thinking, hey, there's a really good chance here.
And he undertook the screening process in order to be validated for it.
It's a long process too, isn't it?
It's not a simple one. There's obviously blood work.
As we went through the tests and we started to get some results back, we found out I had red blood cells in my urine, which is irregular, but not the worst thing either. As I understand it, can happen in some athletes, and not that I'm a really good athlete or anything like that, but we started to follow up a little bit more, and the main concern was whether I had any protein in my urine. There was only one way to find out. After the urinalysis showed that there was no protein in the urine, but to really definitively see what was going on with the kidney, because it's not unusual for there to be red blood cells, but it's curiosity, especially if you're going to be donating to somebody, right?
And one of the bigger challenges is a kidney biopsy.
The biopsy was an interesting experience. It was at St. Paul's Hospital, and I'm hoping that is the closest I'll ever have to being with an operation or a transplant or anything like that. So it's a day procedure. I was put into a gown. I was given a bed. I was brought down to the room, and they gave me some local anesthetic, and so they got the results, and it was not exactly what we were hoping for.
So unfortunately, when Eric conducted his biopsy, it was discovered that he also had the same underlying condition for my kidney disease. And so it first invalidated him as a donor.
It was pretty crappy. I think I felt like I was really letting Alan down, letting our family down, because we were going through all these tests, and the blood type was a match, and I think we got really excited about that. And to hear all of a sudden there are significant risks to donating a kidney that has the same markers, and it makes sense, why would you go through all that, right? So it was, I think disappointing is the best word. Alan was great about it. You know, he never put any pressure on me. He never kind of got his hopes up or anything saying like this is going to be the exit strategy to all this. So it was just, you know, I think the resiliency our entire family has gained through all this is just, it's another speed bump. Let's just get past it, support one another, and see what else we can do.
It also created this additional concern that he may encounter the same kidney problems that I've had.
What they found out was I actually have IgA markers on my kidney as well, and I have the potential to develop the same disease as Alan.
But fortunately, so far, his kidney function remains as normal, and because of the ability for us to catch it early, it's been well taken care of.
It's not nearly as progressed as his was at the time. So fortunate in the sense that we got to catch it proactively and are able to keep an eye on it and do regular testing and kind of the preventative aspects to it.
Hey everyone! Thanks for stopping by Kidney Plugged In. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. And while you're at it, don't kidney around. Hit that subscribe button right now. It helps us out a ton. If you want to check out the next part in the series, click here. If you'd like to watch other inspiring and heartwarming patient stories, well then slide on over here. Cheers, and we'll see you next time on Kidney Plugged In.